The Lizardmen will fight and die in the Valley of the Dragons. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to another laboratory battle for Total War Warhammer 2. You guys seem to be really enjoying these. The last video I did pretty goddamn well, so I'm going to keep on doing them. And obviously, if you want to keep on seeing them, you have any cool ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And obviously, by dropping a like on the video itself. Well, that's basically what I do. I see what videos do well, what videos get the most likes, and I go ahead and do more of them. So it's the best way if you want to see more of these laboratory battles with huge numbers, elite forces going up against hordes, then let me know. I also managed to go ahead and get the replay working. So today we're going to be rolling with the replay itself, which is going to be cool, and hopefully that will allow me to capture more of the cinematic moments, which should hopefully make for a better replay. So again, if you enjoy kind of this more replay-centric video, then let me know in the comments as well down below. But in today's video, we have a pretty elite army of Lizardmen. We have 4,000 Lizardmen, which are mainly consist of these Temple Guard. They're supported by Sauruses of Spears. We have Mazda Mundi repping his magical weapons, ready to do some serious damage with Ruinations of City. Let me tell you, it was absolutely insane. We have some Ethereal Wardens as well. These guys are part of the Steel Faith Overhaul mod. More, Temple Guard. I think we even have some Blessed Temple Guard somewhere. Yeah, some Blessed Temple Guard over here as well. And they're going to be fighting up against a pretty goddamn scary army of 18,000 Tomb King soldiers. They're going to be with an all manner of creation. They have War Sphinxes, they have Ushabti, they have Tomb Guard. They have a whole range of forces, along with even the, where are they? Right here, yeah, we have the Crypt Ghouls as well, who are running towards my battle line in full force. So it should be an extremely exciting battle, and let me tell you, it goes down to the wire. I don't think you guys will realise who will win until the last couple minutes. As you can see, they have a lot of soldiers. Obviously, as we said, over 18,500 men. Or skeletons, don't really know what you'd class them as, but it's going to be scary. Also on this really cool custom map as well. It's like basically just like a mountain pass with huge dragon statues. It just looks really cool, and it's kind of a shame that stuff like this wasn't just in normal Warhammer. Like, I feel like the Warhammer maps are cool, they just don't get the same feel as like a custom map like this. There just wasn't enough cool custom scenarios or maps themselves. So we're going to be charging up. We have some red crested skinks who are going to be fighting away against the Crypt Ghouls. There are a few vortex spells as well popping off by the Tomb Kings. Going to be ripping ahead of my formation, taking down as many of these too many of these Temple Guard as they can before the rest of the infantry line does show up. And as you can see, they're going to be coming in with everything they have. They have a bunch of these skeleton warriors, but I also made sure to give them at least, like, I think I have like 10, maybe even 15 units of Tomb Guard, so really elite soldiers, along with a whole range of, very ferocious, monstrous constructs and other stuff. I don't actually have any Hero Titans, which I'm kind of sad about. I didn't give the enemy any of that, because Hero Titans are one of the coolest units in the game. I mean, it's a goddamn mechanical, I don't know, which shoots laser beams out of his eyes. What's not to love? There we go, we got some of the Tomb Guard right here. They're going to be fighting bravely. So the battle does start off a little slow, honestly, as they try and grind their way through my skinks. My skinks are mainly here to disrupt the enemy formation as best as I can, and basically just tire them out. Even though they're skeletons, they don't really get tired. But also to pop this as well, to pop the first Casket of Souls. Casket of Souls, Realm of Souls is always nice. It's been forever since I last played the... as the Tomb Kings. Oh no, I missed the first Ruination of City, where you can see the devastation of the Ruination of City right here. Absolutely a massacre. We killed so many of the skeletons. I think that's why she popped off the Realm of Souls to fire off its first level, was Mazda Mundi doing his stuff. I believe I also decided to pop a Comet of Casandora as well soon enough, so we'll keep an eye out around this part of the battlefield. But right now, the skeletons are just charging in with everything that they have. You can see their forces are just completely surrounding my position, and my Lizardmen are struggling to hold the line right now. The skinks are quite close to breaking, and then it will be up to the Temple Guard to reinforce and come forward. So I do try my best to make this battle like, I try not to like game it as that much. I try to make it kind of feel cinematic. I try to, just kind of hold my position and just address anywhere I need to address. I don't really like to be like overly aggressive and kind of like just abuse the AI being stupid. So I feel like that way makes for a more cinematic battle. And like there are situations where maybe I could take out these units or do a buttload more damage. Or better like optimize, use my spells and stuff. But you know, I just kind of prefer playing this style. It's like kind of more of a minimalistic type of style. So I think we actually hit the next realm of souls, which is really, really nice. Really nice. Mazdamundi still has a buttload of magic left. The right flank is kind of being a bit aggressive right now. I'm throwing in my blessed Croxagores as well. Love this unit. They're just going to smash into these skeletons as Realm of Souls does fly. I believe this is level 2 Realm of Souls. But these Croxagores are going to have a field day against the Tomb Guard. Obviously, Tomb Guard, a very, very strong unit. But I don't think we're going to hold up too well against the Croxagores. Obviously, we've got more reinforcements coming in. I believe the Crypt Ghouls are actually like, and poison attacks are actually really good. They're weak against armor, which obviously isn't great against the Lizardmen. But overall, like, they do a lot of damage with their poison attacks. So just getting them into combat is actually pretty good, honestly. I keep on looking to the sky to see when my Comets of Cassandora come down, because they do some serious damage. I know that most of my spells all come in this area of the battlefield, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. But as you can see, look at the enemy just charging in. They are really pushing in on my front lines. And as you can see, there are a few gaps. The red-crested skinks have managed to fall back now. What I really need to have happen is I need some of these dragons to come alive and aid me. Oh, here we go. I think I get a spell down here. Oh, yeah. Curse of a Midnight Wind, so I wanted to lower the melee attack and melee defense. That spell was so good to pop off here because, obviously, in these laboratory battles, the AI clumps up a lot. And I think now, very, very quickly, I popped down a Combat of Cassandora. I think I popped down the level 3 one as well, so it does even more damage. But yeah, this Curse of the Midnight Wind is just such a powerful spell against the AI in these laboratory battles where they really do clump up. They are bringing in more and more reinforcements. There we go. Comet of Cassandora is about to come down and just output so much damage. Look at that. It's absolutely insane. However, the AI is still got more men in reserve. They've got some Tomb Guard back in. The Tomb Guard are faring quite nicely against my Temple Guard. They really, really are. They're not doing too bad whatsoever. And obviously, they have the numbers to really, you know, push me back and withstand the assault. The Temple Guard are really strong though in Steel Faith Overhaul. They really do put up an insane fight. I also have this blessed Bastillodon back here with the Revitalization Crystal, which is going to be regenerating a bit of my HP here and there. But nothing too crazy. Now Mazdamundi, he's popped up a few spells, and now he's decided it's his turn to dive in and just do some serious damage. I also was a little bit annoyed that the Tomb Guard bled. Or just with the Tomb Kings in general just, you know, gave off blood. I always thought it was kind of stupid. Or do they still? I'm not sure actually, because there's some Crypt Ghouls in there which might be doing it. I feel like they do, but also look at Mazdamundi. He's such a beast. What we just popped off a spell, not a Comet of Cassandora. Don't know what we popped off, but I want to keep an eye on the next Ruination of Cities, because if we take a look at his kills right now, he's already on at 1100 just from popping off, you know, a couple Comets of Cassandora. And I know I get another Ruination of City like somewhere around here. I think this might be it. And it does just insane damage. No, okay, we just do a nice little vortex here. I mean, it's a nice little move right now. It's going to just kill so much. And this is why I really do like Steel Faith Overhaul. It puts a real big emphasis on just magic being extremely strong. Wish it should be. I feel like that's something the base game kind of decided not to do, just for the sake of balance. However, I like it. You know, if you're going to do Warhammer, let's have these OP-ass magic users, because they were OP. You know, they were ridiculously strong. That's why I'm always so underwhelmed like Tetless. There we go, Ruination of City just popping off. Look at that damage right now. Oh my god. That was beautiful. The first one was nicer, and it's a shame we missed it, but you guys got to see the second one, so not all is lost. Not all is lost. But yeah, like that's why I'm so like underwhelmed by Tetless. Tetless was such a goddamn beast in the lore, and it's a shame that, you know, I don't really feel like, I haven't played it in a while, but I don't think they've done anything to him. I feel like at least in base game, Tetless is quite underwhelming. He's one of my favourite characters, really. You know, like in the end times, the unspeakable times. I'm sure a lot of you Warhammer fans won't like me mentioning it, But yeah, like this is the way that Tellus in the end times as well just takes on after whoever dies gets backstabbed by Manfred. Or was it Tellus who dies by Manfred? Oh, I can't even remember. But either way, you know, I think it's Nagash and Tellus who take on the the vortex power and just like try and instead of 3 of them, it's only 2. I've completely drawn a blank on who Manfred betrays. There you go, another comment of Cassandora, actually right on top of this War Sphinx as well. Kind of perfect, and we pop the last Realm of Souls as well. But anyway, I've been rambling a lot. I mean, look at that though. That is one hell of a battlefield. See engagements, but the line is holding. That's all I can ask for of my elite Lizardmen force. The line is holding. This looks very cool as well for dragons. I love the massive dragon over there as well. Kind of feel like maybe this obscures it a little bit. It would be nice if the dragon was brought a little bit further forward. But maybe it has to be sent all the way back there because of like clipping issues and stuff. Yeah, like to maybe like obscure the legs and stuff. But either way, that looks amazing. Like this is a really cool map. And it's just like small maps like this where I feel like the base game Warhammer could have been so much better. Like they have some really cool maps with like swords in mountains and stuff. But you know, I just a lot of the maps do just feel quite vanilla-y. Maybe that's just me. So we actually do have, I think Mazda Mundi is like dueling the War Sphinx over here, yeah. We have Mazda Mundi taking on this War Sphinx. This is no, Necro Sphinx, sorry. The War Sphinx is the other one with the Mumakil top to it. So Mazda Mundi's just having a good time. He's taking some serious damage though, so he doesn't need to be careful. This thing will probably beat him overall, so it's probably not my best engagement. I just don't have any additional men to really send. The Crypt Ghouls are also causing me some serious damage on the front line. With their poison attacks, it's definitely wounding me down. I did actually decide to bring up this Bastillodon as well. With the Revitalization Crystal, it's a really just tanky beast, and it's mainly just here to try and take some of the damage off of my front line, who is, you know, kind of struggling. I think I've also popped, yeah, I'm also using the Revitalization Crystal as well. Trying to resurrect the dead, replenish HP. And the nice thing about this is it does heal the units fully before regenerating anyone else, so you don't just get these kind of empty souls, which is always nice. So I think the biggest issue for me now is this right flank. I really don't have a lot over here. I've also plopped this Blessing of Sotek as well, which basically allows me to do a ton of damage. However, I will be taken down slowly but surely over time. So it basically just debuffs everything around me. But these Croxagores are now starting to dwindle. And that's going to be bad for me because I don't really have much else to really reinforce. I have, as I said, another unit of these Blessed Temple Guard who have fought bravely. But again, the skeletons, I made sure not to give them just crappy units. I wanted them to have a whole range of elite infantry and, you know, units. And I obviously made the Lizardmen really, really strong. But I didn't want them just to kind of like slowly smash through and just not really take any damage. So these, you know, these units like Tomb Guard and the Necro Sphinxes do some serious damage. And I always felt like the Lizardmen don't really have an infantry unit besides like Saurus Spearmen, or maybe a few of their like range units, which can maybe do a bit of damage. But I don't really have like a serious anti-large unit. You know, most of the Lizardmen and Lizardmen anti-large units come from their own large units, right? That's what you put like the Carnosaurs and stuff up against the constructs. Because these Temple Guard aren't anti-large, I don't believe. They're like Juggernauts, they have a ton of HP. Yeah, we'll just take a look at them if we want to. Yeah, so they're great charge defense, resilient, armor piercing Juggernauts. They're great units, but they kind of suffer from kill. Well, they'll still do decently against large units, don't get me wrong. They'll still hold their own. But they just won't kill them as quickly as, you know, like a Halberdier unit or something like that from the Empire. And that's why the Lizardmen really just rely on their Carnosaurs and other ferocious beasts to really take out the large units. I didn't really bring any because I wanted this to be more of a land army than just seeing these Carnosaurs coming in and getting like 400 kills or 4,000 kills. Talking of which, let's take a quick look at the kills now. I want to see how many kills Mazda Mundi has. I believe I pretty much used all of his magic. So he's killed 2,000, which isn't bad considering the enemy army started off with 18,000. However, as you can see, the Lizardmen army that I have is dwindling pretty quickly. We're down to 1,000 Temple Guard now, which really is not that great. However, we have managed to kill basically 2/3 of the enemy army, so we're basically, you know, we've lost about 2/3 of ours. Maybe just a bit over, but yeah, we've lost about 2/3 of ours and killed about 2/3 of theirs, so it's good. But obviously, the Tomb Kings do not rout; they crumble. But when they have such high HP pools because of the unit scale is turned up in the laboratory, so they can actually have all of these men, they actually have ridiculous HP pools. So I kind of feel like, you know, even if they do crumble, it will take ages to actually finish them off. And as you can see, Mazdamundi is still just acting like an absolute beast. I love Mazdamundi. He's so awesome. He really is. He's so powerful as well. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, as someone who's not really a huge like Warhammer fan before the Total War series, as my right flank breaks as well. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Warhammer Fantasy. Like, I liked it and stuff, but I didn't really know about it until it came to Total War, when I took a bit more of an interest. But like, from playing the game, you don't really get the impression of like these insanely strong characters. Like, I'm a big fan of anime, and like I feel like in that, like, you kind of get these real senses of like, oh, these characters are not to be fucked with. And I feel like that's something for a game that's trying to focus so heavily on characters. I kind of feel like it maybe missed the mark a little bit, you know? How the melee characters, even though they are extremely skilled, can just, you know, easily just shit on the magic users and stuff. In not just in like, you know, not just in melee one-on-one, but just in general in a battle, you know? You might as well, you can get just as many kills with melee users as you can with magic users. And I feel like that just wasn't like, it wasn't really shown like really amazingly. But that's just my opinion again, you know. As someone who doesn't really play Warhammer a ton anymore, you know, my opinion is probably a little bit less valid. You know, as I said, like, it's a point I made earlier on in the video. I don't want to rant on about it. I've already spoken about it far too much. But yeah, I just feel like magic users were a bit underwhelming. And that's just obviously probably to do with balancing, so it's, you know, totally understandable. So I've almost managed to get these constructs down to die, but they're still sticking around. And as I said, as a Lizardmen, or at least in my Lizardmen army, I don't really have much to actually to take this out, which is kind of a bit frustrating, honestly. I would love to be able to just finish this off and be able to move on, because right now it's doing some serious damage to my Temple Guard, and the Temple Guard are just about holding on. They're fighting away, obviously, against Tomb Guard, who are going to be a good foe to at least wear me down, so that their numbers can come in and help out. Mazdamundi, I don't know how he is still alive as well. He is extremely low on HP. I mean, he's still 17k, but that's obviously, you know, inflated numbers. And there's also these War Sphinxes. We also have the Arcane of Black as well, who has barely taken any damage. And that was really, I think, one of my keys to victory, was maybe trying to kill him and routing their army. I am constantly popping off bonuses to my men, as well as, you know, using my Ancient Mines, which is really good. Basically makes me unbreakable. But yeah, my numbers are definitely dwindling. The AI has managed to kind of almost stem the bleeding somewhat. I am down to 760 men, which really isn't too much. And as you can see, my kills are really starting to slow down. However, you know, all it takes is for me to like cause a mass rout. I mean, if we take a look over on this left-hand side, we can see that, you know, a large portion of their units are starting to crumble. When their morale bar goes down, they basically disintegrate. And you can see that's what this effect is right here. So as long as I keep on fighting, I can maybe win this left flank and then reinforce where Mazdamundi is. You know, just reinforce that position and then keep the enemy. Because there's one thing the Lizardmen are good at, is holding the goddamn line. And they do a lot of damage over time. So the longer this battle goes on, the better it is for me. Also, I'm obviously constantly using my Revitalization Crystal as well. War Sphinx back there, Necro Sphinx, sorry. Such a cool ass unit. The Tomb Kings, their DLC was just so good. Like, the constructs are just amazing. Look at that thing, man. That's not a bad sight, is it, right? Not a bad sight at all. Don't really know where that thing is going. Maybe it was routing and, well, it can't route, but maybe it was crumbling and then it's just kind of trying to get its morale back or something. But as you can see, over on his left-hand side, things are not looking good. Mazdamundi is once again fighting away against this Necro Sphinx. It's kind of been his arch nemesis right now. I really don't have a lot of units left. As you can see, my Lizardmen are completely surrounded here. We have the Temple Guard. No retreat whatsoever. They are surrounded. I do also have these, I think these sort of spears right here. Yeah, you can see him right there as well, being extremely powerful. I do have the special unit here somewhere. Is it these guys? No, I don't know where they are, but I have that special. Yeah, here we go. The Eternity Wardens, or Warriors. They're like kind of just basically bigger Lizardmen. They're really strong. There's only 24 of them in a unit. They'll be doing some serious damage, but as you can see, things aren't looking good. Mazdamundi is hopefully going to win that fight. I'm hoping, but we are starting to also rout a few of their soldiers over on this left-hand side as well. We're basically winning it, so if I can win this side of the battlefield quick enough, I can quickly send my soldiers over and reinforce it because, you know, as long as I can just stop myself from being completely surrounded, like I haven't managed to do it right there, as you can see the Lizardmen are fighting for their lives. As long as I can maybe reinforce this area, I can maybe fight my way out of this and obviously just keep the enemy at front. But as I've been saying constantly, it's not like it's an easy fight against Tomb Guard, and I believe most of them have decent experience as well. I gave my entire army golden chevrons as well to help them out, just with a little bit more morale, melee attack and stuff. Constantly popping this as well because it does reduce damage, I believe, just in general by 20%. So that's a huge bonus for my force. But again, these War Sphinxes and Necro Sphinxes are just causing me some serious goddamn issues. That dragon back there as well. Whew. How amazing would it be if that thing came to goddamn life and swooped down, if only. God, I wish Warhammer was more moddable, where you could do stuff like that. How cool would that be, man? It's a shame that they had to abide by such strict copyright. I mean, it's understandable, but it's still a shame. Mazdamundi is literally still fighting that goddamn thing. He's so close to killing it as well. It really doesn't have much. It only has 1100 HP left. Mazdamundi is fighting bravely. I think it's crumbling now as well, which is perfect. The leadership keeps on dropping around here and there, but yeah, it's so close to going down. But also so is Mazdamundi. I mean, this isn't really a good fight for Mazdamundi. He is extremely tanky, but fighting just a Necro Sphinx one-on-one. I believe the Necro Sphinx is also anti-large. Yes, anti-large, armor-piercing, causes terror. It's a really, really deadly unit. But I have managed to kill off the Tomb Guard over here, which has been amazing. I dropped off one last bonus and just trying to quickly kill off the last remnants of the Tomb Guard over on this other flank as well. I'm kind of almost just trading with these Tomb Guard, which aren't great. I was hoping that my Temple Guard would do a little bit more damage right there. And I'm finally reinforcing this one. Bastiladon over here and popping off a few bonuses. Mazdamundi is really close to routing as well. He's exhausted. His HP is not looking good. Yeah, he really does not have a lot left. But he does manage to take out the Necro Sphinx, which is just amazing. But as his final blow, he realizes that all hope is lost and he needs to get the hell out of there. And I start getting a mass rout incur across my army. And these Lizardmen forces look like they will not stand sharp. They will not stand, which is just so unfortunate. I only have 280 units left, and yeah, the AI is just going to run me down now, killing as they go. I still have a little bit of a stand left. A few of my Lizardmen do fight bravely on, but as soon as Mazdamundi goes down, it's just kind of over. I really should have maybe brought a cold-blooded warrior to try and maybe take out the enemy general. Using him to focus that down is great. Especially if I put him on top of a Carnosaur or something, it would have been great to kill these heroes. I just didn't really have anything to duel in my army. I took Mazdamundi as obviously my general for the magic, and he definitely did do his part. But I just didn't really have anyone to duel, which I should have brought maybe a cold-blooded Saurus warrior or something like that. Would have really helped, or maybe just a couple Carnosaurs as well would have been a good idea. But yeah, there we go. The battle is basically over. The AI has just run me through. That's what I'm saying. This was a good battle. I really liked it, that we were really stretched. And I think maybe if I played super seriously and wanted to try hard everything and get the best matchups, I could have won this battle. But, it was all for fun and creating a cinematic experience on a really cool custom map. So I think I managed to achieve that. You can see this pretty goddamn cool fight over here on the flank as well. which was quite nice. Remember, you know, fighting the center. Then Ruinations of City as well, which is brutal. I mean, if we can actually take a look whilst the battle winds down as well, how many kills Mazdamundi did get. 2,400 is not bad whatsoever. You know, he killed a huge portion of the enemy force. You know, over 10% of the enemy force he took down himself. So that's not too bad whatsoever. You know, he really did go ham right there. But yeah, the rest of my army is just going to round. We'll just triple speed our way through to the end so we can look at, you know, just see basically if any other Temple Guard got crazy amounts of kills. But that was a really cool battle, and I'm happy that the replay worked as well. It will allow me to do more of these if you guys want to see more of them, because it means I don't have to fight the battles. Okay, so I'm actually really disappointed with the Eternity Wardens, actually. Maybe they were anti-large and I just didn't use them correctly. Maybe they would have been a better unit, but they really struggled. We do have a couple of Temple Guard, yeah, plenty of Temple Guard with over 1,000 kills, which is good. The Croxagors only getting 800 kills, obviously Mazdamundi being our MVP. Then over on the enemy side, anything with over 100 kills is going to be good. So that even these Skeleton Warriors, 121 kills in that unit is pretty good. But again, maybe we probably just killed these Skinks, which aren't that impressive. All their large units doing great, and even their General doing an amazing job. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.